Do I have to do this video? Game week 20 was an absolute shocker. I don't want to do it. Alright then, here we go. Right, game week review, hot topic, transfer talk, score predictions, Saturday 5, captain picks, game week preview. It's a bumper issue. It's episode 13. Let's go! Gameweek review. Here's a team, absolute shocking, just the 41 points, well below average, and a 300k red arrow, back to 500k overall. Just, 3 steps forward, 1 step back this season. De Bruyne done alright, but then loads of people had him as captain and vice, so it actually worked out worse for me in the ranking terms. Captain blank, Aurier -1, just blanks left, right and centre, but hey, less said about it the better. Let's keep positive. Calvert-Lewin looked good, he returns, great transfer in by me. On to the next game week. Come on, stay positive, stay positive, stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. So, hot topic for this episode, I want to talk about new manager bounce, because it's getting to that time of the season where a lot of teams are changing manager, looking to boost themselves back up the table. And, we've already seen it with Pearson coming into Watford, they're unbeaten so far. Ancelotti at Everton, he's doing well as well in their first few games. Now Arsenal have got Arteta, they lost to Chelsea but they did look good. And now West Ham has switched manager as well. So what I've done is I've just looked at the season ticker, courtesy of Fantasy Football Scout, and sorted, this gives us how easy the team's fixtures are coming up. So I've looked at the next 5 game weeks on the overall basis, and best in the league is West Ham. Now they've got a new manager, and they've got the best run of fixtures. So does it make sense to bring in West Ham players right now? Perhaps. They've got Bournemouth next. Bournemouth are in the worst run of form in the league almost, other than West Ham. So big differentials there at West Ham. Next you've got Liverpool. We're all getting on them anyway before that double game week. Leicester, already got their assets. Then we've got Everton, new manager, brilliant. Obviously they've got Man City away this week, so a bit tricky. But Ancelotti going forward, look at that. Brighton, West Ham, Newcastle, Watford. Great run of games. So look to get on Everton assets. I've obviously already got in Calvert-Lewin. I'm going to probably be getting in Holgate soon as well. He's been getting forward nicely, just 4.4 in defence. And then after them, we've got Watford. Also, great new manager bounce, already proven. So Deeney's firing for them. Kiko Femenia, just 4.2. Probably the cheapest defender that's playing week in, week out at the moment. So he's a great budget enabler. So they've got Wolves, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Aston Villa and Everton in their next run. So possibly, obviously not the best. They're at the bottom of this graphic, but still they're 5th in the entire league for fixtures going forward. So there we go. The new manager bounce teams have great fixtures, along with Liverpool and Leicester are obviously decent already. So looking positive going forward. New manager bounces, jump on them now. Some key differentials lying in those teams.
Hey there, soccer fans. If you're enjoying this content, be sure to click the thumbs up and like the video. You could also say to your friends, hey man, did you watch those FPL videos on YouTube? And they'll be like, nope. And you're like, well, you should, because he's really, really cool.
So I want to talk about this man, Lucas Fabianski. Last match, West Ham lost to Leicester 2-1, which led to Pellegrini's sacking. But in a massive, massive upturn for West Ham, Fabianski is back. Now, we all know how good he is for save points. He's just fantastic between the sticks. He'll get the odd clean sheet as well. But it just proves they lost 2-1 and yet he got 8 points. I mean, how good's that? Normally if a team loses like that, the keeper will get 2 or 3 points maybe just 1. But yeah, 8 points for Fabianski. And the run of fixtures, so on the previous season ticker that I showed, I had it set to overall. Now this, I've changed it to set by defence. So this is just for, this looks at the teams they're playing, and this looks at their attack, how good their attack is. So i.e. how good these fixtures are defensively for West Ham. So now these are actually even better fixtures. They still come out number 1. But you know, a lot of the fixtures have gone more blue rather than like the red or just in between. So yeah, even better for defence. They've got Fabianski back in goal. They've got the new manager bounce. And so for me, big differential. You know, I've got Heaton. Villa are rubbish, so I'm just fed up with Heaton. I've also got Henderson, but Sheffield United have got some really, really tough games coming up. So I'm going for Fabianski. He's the man I'm bringing in this week for Bournemouth at home. Then they've got Sheffield United away. So Everton at home. Then they've got the double game week as well. A lot of people won't have a keeper in the double. You know, they won't have Alisson or Fabianski. They'll be looking for outfield Liverpool players and possibly no West Ham. Maybe one or two by then if they start performing before that double game week. Then people, you know, might be looking at Antonio or maybe a cheap defender. But for me, I've jumped in early. I've got Fabianski in now. Those 8 points against Leicester when you're conceding 2 were just too good for me. Couldn't turn it down. Fabianski's in for Heaton.
Score predictions.
No USA score predictions this week, just me. And I just want to start by saying different graphic to usual. I've lifted this from the Elite FPL website. They do a brilliant score predictions game, and these are my predictions from that game this week. So just a shout out for Elite FPL with their website, brilliant on YouTube as well. So this is their score predictions game, and this is what I'm going for. Brighton versus Chelsea. Brighton looked half decent in their last match, but then Chelsea, just the fight they showed against Arsenal, you know, they were behind them most of the time and came back late on. I think they're going to carry on where they left off there and get another away win, 3-1. Burnley Villa. Villa just absolutely useless. Can't see a win at the moment. Burnley, you know, didn't do the best against Man United, ended up losing 2-0, but I think they'll get a home win this time against Villa, 2-1. Newcastle, normally tricky at home, but you know, Everton went there last time and won. Leicester, I've got pretty much a whole fresh squad this week. They made so many changes for the West Ham game. So I'm going for a clean sheet for Leicester in a 2-0 victory. Southampton, I'm to Spurs. I think Southampton score because Spurs have only hit 1 clean sheet under Mourinho in the Premier League. Not great. But then Spurs going forward, I think they'll get a couple. This could end up in a draw, a bit like the Norwich game. Danny Ings probably score, Harry Kane will probably score, someone else will get the other. 2-1. Watford haven't lost under Pearson yet, so I can't see that happening at home. But then Wolves rarely lose either, and they do love a draw. So 1-1. Everton unbeaten under Ancelotti, but this is Man City at the Etihad, a much trickier proposition, the toughest test yet. You know, I wouldn't put it past Everton to get a goal in this, but I think City's class will just come out on top, so I'm going for a 2-1. Norwich Palace, for those of you who don't know already, I am a Palace fan, so Norwich bottom of the league, just going to have to predict Palace win, aren't I? 2-1. West Ham Bournemouth, Bournemouth in tragic form, West Ham not much better either, but hey, new manager bounce, Fabianski back in goal, I'm going for a hard-working 1-0 victory. And the last match on Wednesday is an absolute cracker, Arsenal against Man United, huge game. No doubt Scarby bigging up the old Vieira versus Keane again, even though, you know, it doesn't work like that anymore. You've got just a load of blokes shaking hands with each other, but whatever. Anyway, brilliant game of football this will be. Arteta, he's getting them playing well. United are half decent, especially away from home, they're better. They'll probably smash Arsenal on the counter-attack a couple of times. I'm going for a 2 each, yeah? And then moving on to the one game on Thursday, Liverpool host Sheffield United. Just Liverpool are going to be way better, really, aren't they? Sheffield United are normally pretty decent away from home, but City done them 2-0. Liverpool are even better, so I'm going for a 3-0.
Welcome to the Saturday Fiver, the 5-pound accumulator on all of Saturday's Premier League matches. That was the Saturday Fiver. Thanks for watching.
Alright there, it's Gameweek 21 captain packs. So captain picks this game week, I just want to talk about this man really, Jamie Vardy. He was off in game week 20. And a lot of us didn't captain him the last couple of weeks either when they had Liverpool and Man City. And up on screen now, this is just my game week history since I've had him in my team. So this is game week 12 up to 20 just gone. And I've captained him every week from 12 to 18. And as you can see, it's green arrows every week apart from one when he just got 5 points, doubled to 10. 6 out of 7 green arrows when I've captained him. It's just ridiculous. It's so good. And then when I haven't captained him recently, I've had 2 red arrows. Now obviously I've got a team of 11 players. There's a lot of other factors going into this. But just I've been blanking on my captain the last 2 before Vardy's just returned. Captain pick is huge. If you can get a return off of your captain, most of the time it will result in a green arrow, as shown here. So I've got 6 out of 7 with Vardy. I've gone the last 2 without him. Red arrows. I'm just keeping it simple this week. Just Vardy captain.
What's this? What's this? Gameweek Preview. Underline it. Thank you.
So game week 21, here's the team. Starting off, new signing, Fabianski in goal. Got Bournemouth at home. Bournemouth are really struggling at the moment. Come on the new manager bounce. Come on Fabianski. Save points, clean sheet, bonus. Come on my boy. At the back, going from left to right. Aurier, not sure he's going to get a clean sheet. We don't do clean sheets, but open for an attack and return. It's probably going to be coming out my team soon, but hey, we'll discuss that in coming episodes. Pereira, come on son, you're back in. Cheeky clean sheet, maybe an assist, who knows. Kelly, I mean, he's just in there because I can't play Lundstrom or Rico. So Norwich away. Palace are good for clean sheets. Norwich are good attacking wise though, so we'll just have to see about that. Moving into midfield, Ali, Salah, De Bruyne, Maddison. It's just the same 4 every week. You know, my 5th midfielder is just Cantwell for a bench warmer. It's just going to be those 4 over and over. And then up front, got the same 3 again. Jimenez, got rested last time out for Liverpool. It was a bit frustrating that. But Watford this week, Watford going well, but hopefully Wolves, decent. Jimenez had a bit of a rest last time. Can come back and get me something there. Calvert-Lewin, just on fire. City away is obviously one of the toughest games you can get. But, I can't drop him for that, can I? The man's firing goals left, right and centre at the moment. And then lastly, it's Vardy. Rested last time out. He's got the captain's armband this time. Hopefully he's not too tired from the newborn and he can go and get me some returns for Newcastle away. There's the bench as well. Cantwell's ready in the wings in case someone randomly gets rotated. Hopefully all the rotation was done on Boxing Day and we're going to be good for this week. Come on, bring on the green arrows, Mr. Jamie Vardy, King James of Leicester. Let's do it and let's go. Cheers for watching, guys. Been a bit of a longer one this one because I've combined my 2 usual review and preview videos into one. So I hope you've liked it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I'll see you again soon for the Game Week 21 review on the other side. Cheers, guys, and Happy New Year. Let's go!